yesterday was the Nintendo Switch reveal. I finished watching it, and my thoughts are I'm confused. I'm a bit confused because I really want it to be good.
Yeah, so do I.
You know what I mean? Like, I really want it to succeed, but I don't know
if they will.
Yeah.
Or if they'll meet, like, the expectations.
Exactly. And I feel like, for me, like, it's cool that, okay, yeah, you know, it's portable, which is a huge thing, obviously. But to release a console that is still, in my opinion, still sort of mediocre compared to what is already being produced.
Yeah, what already exists, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's a bit of a... But then again, it's a bit of a... It's a letdown. You know what I'm saying? Because, right, growing up, Nintendo was the thing that you first got introduced to gaming-wise, and then you'd probably move on to something a bit more advanced.
Yeah.
But I think that's always been Nintendo's philosophy, is that they want to create those things you never forget.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what do you have to say about that, bro?
Like I feel... like I said before, too, and I honestly feel like it was, like I said before, rushed.
Yeah.
I feel like they see their competitors, and like Manjit was saying before, like the Wii U flopped a bit, so I feel like they were rushed into competing with the big boys. You know what I mean? Like the Xbox, the PlayStation. You know, and I think in that sense, like they didn't put enough time or like effort into the Switch. You know what I mean? I feel like if they would have taken more time, they would have been able to like really listen to like their audience and like their demographic and really like cater to that demographic instead of like shooting stuff that they think will just be so different that it's gonna like be good by default. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the portable stuff, it's good, like it's cool and everything, but it isn't enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about like gaming and like gamers that want something, they're not looking for something that they can carry around. They're looking for like an experience that, like you said, it's gonna be like an unforgettable experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that and then like in response to what you said, I think Nintendo in a way is they're almost taking a side route or taking an alternative route to what they normally do, because over the years, Nintendo has gotten further and further away from the gaming, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not really about. I don't know what they're trying to do. I know they're trying to be different, but I think the thing is, we all love the same thing. We all love gaming.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you play a PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you play.
Yeah.
We're all playing video games at the end of the day. Now, by Nintendo making a console like this, it automatically makes things difficult. Right? I mean, Xbox and PlayStation, they've all come to somewhat of they're already talking about doing crossplay and that type of thing. Yeah,
exactly. Like
with Rocket League. Yeah. Like, that's a huge step forward for gaming.
That's a humongous step, yeah.
But then you have Nintendo, which is like the little... you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the little kid that doesn't want to play with everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
that the hipster of consoles, basically. They're trying to be so different, like, which is good. Like, I like that, but being like trying too hard to be different, it can definitely hurt you in the long run.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because then you're lacking in other areas, which I feel like they're lacking in like the most important areas, which is like the gaming experience.
Yeah,
I feel like.
And now the game, like, what do you think about the games that were announced? Like,
the games that were announced, like I brought a list. I have a list.
Yeah.
Like the good right away is like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like I was telling you guys before, like I'm so excited for that game. Like the graphics look amazing. The gameplay looks amazing. Just the trailer, like I feel like I was watching a movie. Mm-hmm. Like I got sad. It was really, really well done. Mm-hmm. And I honestly feel like that game is going to meet expectations. You know what I mean? People are excited about it. Like, it's super hyped up, and I feel like it's going to be a great game. Mm. But, like, also, like, when they mentioned, like, FIFA and, like, Skyrim too, like, you have, like, these games that, like, are available on other consoles, already that already like they're already we already know what they offer. You know what I mean? And it's we love it already.
Yeah.
Like I don't know a lot of people that are gonna make that switch to like an unproved area. You know what I mean?
Right. But don't you feel like the fact that they're introducing those type of games on a Nintendo console will kind of open the doors for a lot of people that wouldn't necessarily branch out and play those games unless it's on Nintendo?
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? Because Skyrim, that type of open world game has never been on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, that's
before.
true. Skyrim, I feel like it's gonna be a bigger hit, but it's gonna do a little better than like FIFA.
Yeah.
Because FIFA, like, it's so specific to the kind of like gameplay that you're looking for, and it doesn't match Nintendo's like style. You know what
philosophy.
I mean? Exactly. Like Call of Duty. Call of Duty flopped for the came out with the Wii.
For the Wii, yeah.
Came out for the Wii. It completely flopped. Like it was like no, everyone was like, "What the hell is this?" Like they try to like make it like they had like the motion sensor gun and everything. Like no one wanted that shit. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was telling Manjit. By the way, guys, this is Manjit. He is like the brains and the head behind everything. So
the genius.
The genius.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, like I was telling, we're talking about this earlier. Is like, I feel like Nintendo always feels the need to kind of ruin the original thing that made the game. Like I feel like just like when we saw the FIFA. And it didn't say FIFA 19 or 17. We knew away that it was
That's when you know it's like bootleg.
Yeah, it was like FIFA for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
it wasn't like, like
it's like when you like say you buy like a TV like on like some like Chinese store online, like that's what you're getting with FIFA. Like you think it's Samsung, but it's like Samsung. It's like a weird version, you know. That's what I feel like what it's like, you know, like they're trying to compete with the thing with Nintendo. What I feel like they should do is just be like stay true to who you are. They're doing that in some ways, but in like they want to branch out and touch other areas, but I feel like it's not good. It's not profitable for them. You know what I mean?
They're not giving energy to the right.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not emphasizing on the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like if they would have put like more thought into like I don't know, Manjit that he was excited for Super Mario Odyssey, but like I don't know about like I heard like you're not really excited.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay, me, I'm not that excited about it. I feel like if they would have taken that energy and that money that they put into FIFA or like whatever into Super Mario Odyssey, they would have made a much better game. Well, I don't know how it is now, but I feel like just the concept and everything, like it's cool, but I feel like it would have been just a bit better if they would have put that energy and that money into the game, like instead of FIFA.
Okay. I think that's fair. Because FIFA is the biggest, I mean, out of all the publishers and whatever, I mean, FIFA is probably the biggest sports game.
Yes, it's the biggest like selling sports game.
So I hope, I'm hoping that it's going to be good.
Yeah. Because
that would be cool. Like if I could just go to someone's house and play FIFA.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like what would be cool, like it is cool to play FIFA like with your buddies and stuff like on like different consoles. I guess it would be cool. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying before, like the people that usually play Nintendo games don't usually gravitate towards FIFA, sports games, exactly. Yes. And the people that do already have like either the Xbox One or the PS4, and they probably, if they like FIFA, they probably do already have FIFA there.
So they're not gonna buy it for
exactly, and they're probably already paying for like PS Plus or Xbox Live or whatever. So they're not gonna. And plus, in the fall is when they're gonna start charging people for online for the Switch. Mm-hmm. Like I think maybe 1% of the world is gonna pay for the Switch to like play online, like when they're already paying for online on another console, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what would have been able to like separate in a good way the Switch from the other console is keep it like free of charge, like the online game, like playing like multiplayer online.
Because it's because they're kind of testing the waters.
Exactly.
Like, it's a bit risky.
It is very risky.
So for them, it's a bit of a low blow for them to kind of.
It's a very low blow.
Charge, yeah, to charge.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been another selling point for them, you know, like these other consoles, like the two biggest consoles are charging you guys for online gameplay, but we're not. You know what I mean? And if they would have worked on that, if they would have worked on their online like multiplayer even better.
But you know what? I feel like there's pros and cons to both sides though, because I feel like the Nintendo is also. I feel like the Nintendo's gonna be priced better than the Xbox and PlayStation when they first came out, and I also feel like the games are not gonna be as expensive because they're gonna be sold on SD cards apparently. That's what I heard.
Okay.
This is what I know, but I know for a fact, huh?
It's like a rumor. Though.
Exactly,
Yeah.
But I still feel like the thing is for like games fluctuate in price.
Yeah.
Like maybe 1 year ago, I bought a brand new game for $69 for Xbox One.
Yeah.
Just recently, I got Gears of War 4, which came out in October. I got that for $92.
Mm-hmm.
$92.
Yeah.
That's almost $100,
Yeah.
bro. And I'm thinking, I pre-ordered the game, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna buy the game, and then the woman tells me $92. I'm like, what?
You fucking
Like I didn't even order. Like what game? Like what game?
You're like just one game, man.
Standard, yeah. I'm like, did you give me two or?
Yeah.
Because that's
I want
a standard
just one copy.
Standard edition. At that point, you might as well pay like the extra $20 and get the fucking
The deluxe edition. Yeah,
season pass.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
whatever you want.
yeah. I know what you mean.
We'll get into the season pass is something that
Yeah.
makes my blood boil. But
Yeah,
we'll get into
no,
that
I
later.
know exactly what you mean.
So yeah. Anything you want to add on that or?
I was going to, then I forgot. Like for PlayStation, like the PS4 games are around $92. Like when they release, then obviously if the game doesn't sell, they drop in price. But even like even at that, I feel like, do you have like an estimate of how much like a Switch game would cost or an SD card or however they sell it? I'm guessing
Probably the same that the Wii, like the Wii U games.
I'm guessing
right now.
$69. I'm guessing like $70 on average.
I don't think so.
I would say it would have to be around 60 for it to be.
For them to have profit, for sure would have to be something like that. But I still think they're going to be cheaper than Xbox and PlayStation because they would need to in order for their console to even make sales. Because
But yeah, I feel like the way they're going, I don't feel like they care, because like then I feel like they would have like.
But here's the thing though, like Nintendo is always like, they've always succeeded with a cartridge.
Yeah.
They've always been able to do it somehow, and the thing is, when you're buying the game now, you're not only buying the game, you're buying a technology as well.
Yeah.
You're buying the Blu-ray name.
Yeah.
You're not only buying just the game itself.
Yeah.
So you're paying the people that are behind these things. Whereas when you're buying an SD card, yeah, you're whatever company is branding, like whatever branding they're using for their cards, you're paying for whatever it is, but the technology is so universal as far, like, you know what I mean? Like Blu-ray is like almost at the point where it's in everything.
Yeah.
But it's still not a standard thing, I
Yeah.
don't think. Do you think?
I don't think it's standard yet, but
It's not,
getting
but-
there.
Yeah, it's getting there, but like it's still it's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and the more common that it is, the less it's going to cost. And SD cards have been around longer than Blu-ray has.
Yeah.
So I think that might make their games a bit better on on the retail for the price. So I think that might appeal to other people that don't want to spend that kind of money on games. So let's say it's a double-edged sword, right? Let's say Call of Duty comes out on Xbox and PlayStation. It retails at $79, but on the Switch it comes out at $60. You know, you're saving money. As long as the game is the same.
That's the thing.
We don't know this. So this is all like, you know, we're all.
That's like, I think that's
It's
like
up in the air, you know, like.
That's like a bargain that the gamer makes. Like, you know, like he buys it at a cheaper price, but it like, is the gameplay worth like the $10 saving that you're making? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would rather
it's okay.
pay the extra $10 to get that level of gameplay than, you know, then make the switch. No pun intended. But.
Yeah. That's good. Bring the joy.
Well, what do you think of Nintendo still using cartridges when like digital games are like on the rise? No, like people would rather buy digital because it's way more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is where we come into actual people that care and people that don't care, because a lot of people that buy consoles, they buy it like hype beasts. Like this is like a hype beast are like in every genre or in every type of thing that we do today, bro. When it comes to fashion, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to whatever, there's people that will buy something because it's cool.
Yeah, just because.
And when it's not cool anymore, it doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
But there are people that care, and they have to remember that. People do care about buying their games and like opening the case.
Yeah,
seeing the artwork.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of that. Like cartridges, like if Nintendo still made cartridges and I like the idea of the console and everything, I would definitely buy the cartridge instead of the online the download, the digital download. Just because of like what he said, I'm a fan of like having that hard copy. You know what I mean? Like seeing like the deck of games. Exactly.
But and then that's the thing. I think the digital thing should be optional.
Definitely.
It should not be forced upon you.
Yeah. It shouldn't be either or, basically.
Exactly. Because, but the advantage, I guess, of having something digital would be the fact that it's online. So it's like, you don't need to insert anything.
Yeah. And you just take it to go without having the hassle of bringing it
and that's the thing too. Like, you would need to know, like, okay, would the game run better?
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry if your cartridge breaks or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Without having to like have a warranty or whatever. Yeah. That's right.
Like, I'll be honest. Like, for my Xbox, I own maybe, I want to say, 2 or 3 games on the console that I don't have in CD. And there's still times when I'm going to my game and like by reflex, and I go to my console. I'm just like, where the fuck is my CD? But it's on my fucking system, bro. And I'm just like, fuck, like.
Yeah, I think...
And yet, even playing, like, I don't see the difference.
Yeah.
I really don't, like...
Yeah, I don't think there's a difference in, like, gameplay. I think it's more for, like, the
convenience.
Yeah, the convenience of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like, on the go, if you, like, you know, your friend doesn't have, a console, you bring it to his house, you don't have the hassle of bringing the hard copy with you. That's cool. Or, like what Manjit said, like, if it breaks or something, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. That's the convenience of it, but... I feel like the nostalgia and the authenticity of having the actual game. I like looking at like my stack of games and just being like shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So yeah, I guess we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Yeah, I have just a thing I wrote here. What the fuck is the 1-2 switch?
Yeah,
so we can move on.
What was the 1-2 switch?
I don't fucking know.
The switch was like the Western thing, where
was it one game or was it just like a whole thing? You know how they had like the Wii Sports or whatever. Was it that kind of thing, or was it just one game?
They presented one game, so I think it's that specific game.
Just one game?
Or it's like a 1-2 Switch is like designed around like parties and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking.
Games where you don't have to have
the actual like thing,
well,
just
like yeah.
Okay. If
like
it's like that,
pointed out that you didn't have to like focus on the actual console. Like
it's like
you could have it with you, but you could play
like with your friend or whatever. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I have no comment about that, to be honest. I think it's fucking garbage. Yeah, like that's just me.
So moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, what do you watch, man? So we're gonna talk about like guys. Second topic, TV shows and movies. You know, we got to keep it basic. This is the first episode, so we're gonna build upon this in the future. But like, so let's get right into it. I mean, so Alvyn, I don't know if you want to start off. I can start off if you want.
I don't know. Like, I guess I can name one TV show, then you can name another.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about The Walking Dead before. Like I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Like I read the comic books from time to time.
Are you gonna spoil it for me or?
Oh shit! I don't have to if you don't want me to. But
okay, I'm up to date though.
You're up to date. Okay, but the comic books you don't read the comic books.
No, I don't.
So I won't say anything about the comic books. But yeah, the show, I feel definitely like is in a slight decline.
Oh yeah.
Like quality wise, you know what I mean? Because before they used to be, like the main focus used to be about like zombies, like you'd be afraid of the zombies, like
the zombies are almost a joke now.
Exactly, it's almost like fodder, you know what I mean? It's like it's
they're milking it.
Exactly, it's unimportant. Now it's more of like, which I get, it's very true. Like even if there's like a danger out there, humans are always the main danger. You know what I mean? Like I get that, but that's like the show was based on zombies. You know what I mean? I feel like they're losing their focus a bit, but I still love the show. I'm still like in love with it.
I couldn't agree more with that. As you watch the show more, it's almost like the Fast and the Furious series. Like
less about the cars.
Yeah. Like the first 2 movies, like greatest movies, like some of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
And then the third one comes around, which was very good. But after that third movie, it just made it.
Took a completely different.
There's no
different direction completely.
Like there's literally nothing. Like what?
It's like, did you see the trailer for the new one?
No, I didn't.
It's all about family. That's what they're saying.
It's called Fate and the Furious. First of all, it's not something I want to watch. To be
all
honest.
about family, man. That made me laugh. When I heard that, it made me laugh.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to everyone that actually, you know, like digs those movies.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the fact that I grew up on those movies, I'm gonna definitely watch it. But it's not something I'm like, oh my god, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But back to what I was saying about The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I think I feel like they should have had like an evolution of the zombie, something that was more dangerous than those zombies, because there are zombies, but like what like in any zombie whatever, there's always a zombie that's a little bit harder to kill, or
like the boss zombie or something.
like
they're
like, you know when they had Daryl's brother and he was
Merle.
a bit and he was
I feel like that's also like a focus point of theirs is like, there are zombies, but they're also like your loved ones zombies, you know what I mean? And that's super cool. When I see that, I love that. I love that so much. But I feel like they're doing that less and less. You know, more when they kill off like big characters, they kill them off like bang to the head, you're not gonna turn into a zombie. You know what I mean? I would like, you saw when Glenn died, right? I would have loved to see Glenn as a zombie. Like the way Negan killed Glenn was the same way he killed him in the comic book. But I feel like the show should have went in a different route, and just if Negan would like, you know, shot him to the heart and then just let his friends slowly watch him turn into a zombie, that would have been like beautiful, like morbidly beautiful. You know what I mean? Instead of just killing him off like bang bang like that. But I feel like they tried to give Glenn like a glorified death sort of thing. You know, like he gets to say some words to Maggie before he dies. But
for all you gore people that probably just turn you guys on, you got a boner from that guy.
yeah, exactly. That his death was like turn on. Yeah, but
that was great.
Yeah, but like what you said before about like having like a better zombie and stuff. Like I don't want to spoil anything, but something of that nature is coming up. Yeah,
I mean, I believe that. I think that the season I just watched, or I don't know if it was mid. I watched. I know I'm up to date.
Yeah,
that's all I know. Negan's character is very well done.
I love him.
I think the show needed it.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely needed it. Rick's character, I'm starting to dislike.
Yeah, I think that's the point of it though too.
Yeah, but I think it's all part of the plan. I mean, we're just here talking about it, like we're on the other side.
Yeah.
But like they probably have some crazy ass shit that's happening.
Definitely.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything to add to that.
Also, one thing that I want to add is one thing that I love about like the show and like its creator, like I forget I think Robert Kirkman is like the writer of the comic book, but the creator of the show, what he says is that he doesn't favor any characters. He says Rick will die at one point in the show, and that like makes me happy. Like it gives me hope for this. You know, like in Game of Thrones, like characters are like not in.
I was about to say that's like a perfect walkway into Game of Thrones.
Exactly. I love that. I love that because
that's suspense.
Exactly, like that. Any character could die at any moment. That just keeps you intrigued. You know what I mean?
It's not like a cliche movie where you know it's going to end with a happy ending.
Exactly. Like the main character needs to survive. You know what I mean? That's what's cool. You know when Ned Stark died? Like that was my favorite character, but I was happy. I was happy to know that this show didn't have like
they took risks.
Exactly. That's what I love. You took risks and it paid off because a lot of people were like they like that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you commented on Game of Thrones. I mean, that's another show. Have you watched it?
Yes, I have watched it. I enjoy the action, like we were talking about before. I enjoy the action, but the dialogue to me seems like borderline pointless at certain moments.
You want to go to the loo and go and
yeah. And I'm just like, literally, I'm not even joking. I've fallen asleep at least twice, like every 2 episodes. Like I'm watching and I would just doze off, wake back up and be like, oh shit. And they're still talking.
Yeah.
Like the same 2 people are talking, you know what I mean? like the show, like don't get me wrong, the show is like like when the action comes on, like the show is fantastic, like it's amazing, and like the dragons and like Khaleesi and everything, I love that. But when it gets to the talking and like the da da da, like I get it is important, but I feel like Quinn said before, because it attracts a certain audience, when it comes to the talking, it kind of like distances itself from the people that are not into that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. But like you enjoy every aspect of this.
I mean, yeah. I think a lot of the reason I like it is because it's kind of, I feel like, I don't know if this was intended by the creator or the director or the person that created the Game of Thrones, but it's very relatable, or if someone's ever watched Lord of the Rings, it's it's very similar to it.
Okay.
The way it is, it's very mystical. It's kind of like medieval, but not really.
It shares similar themes.
It has similarities. I think that's probably a big reason why I like it.
Yeah.
Because I think things at that time were so much simpler, but we don't realize how much things were so similar as well. Because things back then are still done the same way now, just with
different methods.
Different methods, exactly. Yeah. The show itself, I think, like what Lord of the Rings did really well, that Game of Thrones also does very well, is that it makes you feel for the character. And The Walking Dead does that too, but I think Game of Thrones takes it to a whole like another level. A whole nother level.
A whole nother level.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It because I mean like you said, you fell asleep. I know.
It sounds weird hearing it back.
No, it's fine. You fell asleep, but like someone that's binge watching that's gonna watch episode after episode after episode. It's a nice way to kind of kind of subtly go into something different, because there is a lot of hacking and gore and brutal stuff in that show. So I feel like that kind of eases, like it kind of tones it down sometimes.
I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the characters in there are very complex. You don't really know a character too well. I think that's really cool. Is that as each season goes on, you just start to see the tendencies more, and you always think you know.
Okay, so there's always more to learn about a character.
Yeah.
There's always room for development.
Because the thing is, it's like literally they're taking a camera and then just throwing us into the universe, because things are already like, it's like in that universe, things are already happening when we're put into there, right? Things are already in, like there's already it's already in motion.
Yeah,
it's not like the story starts now. It's not like episode 1. You know, like
it doesn't feel like it's scripted. Like it feels like they're actually living.
Okay, so like you're there with them basically.
Yeah, and like if you notice, like a lot of the characters and the actors are so good at acting.
No, they're very good. That's something I have to give to them.
Literally, like if I was to see somebody like you literally see that actor as that person.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not like of age to know that, like you would literally think this person is an actual
like
god.
what's that king's name? That little kid, that blonde kid. What's his name?
Joffrey. Yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah.
Like I hate him with like a fiery passion.
Everyone hates him.
Yeah. Like I feel like if I would see him on the street, I'd be like, "Fuck you." Like you little shit.
Yeah. But that's I think that's what makes an actor.
That's
great.
the beauty of it. Yeah. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. And there's so many things. I don't think it would be enough to cover.
Yeah, definitely
in this episode, but there's a lot of things in that show that it does really well. Yeah. To be honest, I've never really been disappointed with that show. I think that show is really it really changed my perspective on how shows are done.
Nice. It raised the bar.
But it's very long.
Yeah. That's
like it's downside. Like for real. Like I watched 2-3 episodes and like 3 hours is gone. You know, like that's a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But I think
that's a good and a bad point, though.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, there are shows that could tell a story in 45 to half an hour, 45 minutes. But I think a show of this caliber and like the way that they're presenting it really needs to be. There's a lot of stories that need to be told for you to get everything that's going on.
And I feel like that's also another reason why there's a lot of talking. You need to like fill up these gaps where there's no like action, and also like develop the story. And
also it builds like a tension. So when there is action, like you already know why it's happening. Like,
that's very true. Yeah.
It explains why everything's happening.
And also one thing that it does is that when I'm hearing them talk and everything, I'm like, but when they switch to the action, I'm much more interested in the action than I would be if it was just straight action all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like it's like not, you're not expecting it, and
Exactly.
it's not something you're familiar to, and then
Exactly.
you're like, oh, okay, maybe
Exactly,
this, you know, yeah, I definitely feel that. Movies. Me and Manjit recently saw Star Wars Rogue One.
I did not have the chance to see that yet. Unfortunately, no.
That is a shame, bro. To
Definitely
be honest, that movie, like, for real, like, I'm gonna, like, I've watched a couple reviews on it and shit, and
Okay.
like, I heard someone say this, but I'm not trying to, like, whatever, like, just copy what they're
Okay.
saying, but I really think that this is probably the best Star Wars movie, like, besides
The
Empire
original.
Strikes Back.
Okay. God damn.
Yeah, like, for real, like, because here's the thing, right? Star Wars Rogue One is Star Wars licensed. LucasArts is now Disney, owned by Disney.
Yeah.
So you have to realize that a lot of the Star Wars heads that have been watching the movies for years and that are like true like Star Wars diehard fans knew that when a company of that stature that has so much power in the movie industry has control over a movie like Star Wars, which was literally something that was made from the ground up, that had no funding and no whatever.
It leaves room for disappointment.
Yeah, because they're gonna have more control over what's going on. So I feel like the fact that this was a Disney movie and that it wasn't limited and they didn't like make things so like
they don't want strict.
They didn't tone it down.
Frame it in a certain way.
To appeal to Disney
audiences.
Exactly. The fact that they didn't do that, the fact that they were able to tell a whole story of a movie in one movie. Because the thing is, all Star Wars, there's never been a Star Wars movie where it's just one story and
it's all like connected. Yeah.
Exactly. There's always a sequel and then it continues. They can never tell a full story in one movie.
Yeah.
But this is the first movie of Star Wars movie that did that, and it did it in an exceptional way. Like, it was for real, it was really good, man. Like,
because it takes place in the past, right? I haven't seen any trailers. I haven't seen maybe like a snip, but like I haven't seen anything about it. But like when it was first announced, like Rogue One, I was a bit disappointed because I was expecting, because I watched episode 8 and I liked it.
Yeah, 7.
You know what I mean? Episode 7 episode 7. Sorry, yeah, and then right?
Force Awakens.
Exactly. Now we're expecting episode 8. I was expecting episode 8.
Yeah.
Then when they announced Rogue One, I was like, meh, like I'm expecting episode 8, you know what I mean? But then I saw the reviews and I heard it was like amazing.
The thing that's another thing, because this movie takes place before the original, the first ever Star Wars movie.
How many years back? Because Darth was in it. I know that.
Spoiler alert.
Is it really spoiler alert?
What?
Because he was in that Darth was in it.
Okay, we got Manji doing some research here. We got Google Live in the building.
What would you give it, like, out of 10? Like, an honest opinion.
Really? 9.5.
9.5?
Yeah.
God damn. What about you, man?
Best movie of the year. Hands down.
Really? Holy cow.
Hands down.
Yeah.
9.5 you too?
9.5, yeah.
God damn. Now I need to see this fucking movie, man. Like, I'm a huge Star
is,
Wars fan, but...
The thing is, if you already watched the Star Wars Episode 7, and you wanted, like, that same type of feeling, like, you'll be let down.
No, but that's... The thing is, I wasn't expecting, like, this type of movie.
Okay.
Because as soon as Episode 7 came out, like, they already, like, announced that they were making Episode 8, you know what I mean? So I wasn't expecting Rogue One to come out. But now that I know that like, where it takes place and when it takes place and everything, I'm like very interested. I think it's something that a lot of Star Wars fans wanted. You know what I mean? Like a.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but here's the thing: like, the Rogue One time, like when it takes place, is familiar.
Okay.
For every Star Wars fan, because most people that love Star Wars, the original movies are their favorites.
Yeah.
So the timeline that the time frame that Rogue One takes place is familiar for the true people, the true Star Wars heads.
So if the
everything that you see in Rogue One is familiar. You're automatically taken back to that time.
I love that. I love that.
And that's hard to replicate.
Yeah.
You know, and
so apparently it's within a year.
God damn.
Yeah.
the time frame.
So it's a year before you see Luke. You know when Luke's like by the sun, it's like
Yeah.
It's like literally a year before that.
I love that.
Or in that same time span of that year.
Oh yeah.
Year.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. We love you.
Yeah, R.I.P.
We love you here at the podcast. This is a sad thing because she has apparently a huge role to play in one of the upcoming movies. I don't know if
apparently I heard that her scenes were already filmed.
Yeah, she was already
away.
done. Yeah.
But now they're deciding on how to change the story.
Because they can't just like have like a dry cut on not being there anymore. Yeah.
That's
And also her mom passed away.
Like a day later, eh?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I don't feel like that's a cool. Like I don't feel like, oh my god, like it just happened like that. You know what I mean? Like
that she died from like a broken heart, kind of, because her.
It's so corny.
Possibly, honestly, possibly, because it's not like if it's like
she must have been old though. She probably lost the will. I mean, you lose the will to live after your daughter dies. I think
that's what he means by broken heart.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that makes sense. Like as corny as it sounds, it does make sense. You know, like. Your daughter passes away and like you're already like I'm guessing like dying, like as sad as it sounds, like she's probably already like dying of old age and her daughter passes before you. That's like a parent's like nightmare, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
Like the anxiety, like
exactly
how it got to her and
exactly
it affected her heart.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see that, definitely.
But yeah, this
I keep hitting the damn table.
No, that's all good. My bad. I mean, on the positive side, though, I mean, this movie was like it was good. It was very good. Like it was better than episode 7.
But the thing,
I definitely need to see it.
You have to keep in mind it's a lot darker tone.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. That's why I said it's probably right up there with Empire Strikes Back because because
that's actually my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, because the thing is, in order like. Star Wars is a very happy, but there are dark parts of Star Wars, and a lot of the times we don't get to see that because of the movie is limited to a certain amount of time. Right?
Yeah.
But this movie, it has a dark tone to it, and it's not.
Is it condensed?
No,
it's well made.
I think the movie had a perfect like.
They managed the time for the scenes like just enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Understand.
Like I won't lie, like. At the beginning of the movie, I was a bit skeptical. Like, it was like there was music. Like, first of all, there's no rolling credits.
I heard that in you guys' podcast. I heard that, and honestly, I heard you liked it, right?
I mean, I wasn't disappointed because I knew going into it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I knew going into it, right?
Okay.
But I think the fact that it wasn't in there was kind of as a breath of fresh air because franchises like Star Wars and things that are really like. Have solidified their spot and like in respect and whatever.
Yeah,
it's nice to see them take a different route or to do something different that they wouldn't normally do.
Okay.
And the only disadvantage to it, I think, was the fact that the rolling credits always kind of filled you in as to what was going on.
Right.
They gave you like a little summary. Of what to expect.
Yeah. So I feel a lot in a way. I feel like the Rogue One story was for the Star Wars fans, like you know what I mean? Like, it was really for those diehard Star Wars fans.
But it would make sense. It would make sense that they didn't have like a roll-up credit because it is before like the first movie, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
So the characters we know to love, we've grown to love, and not really there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's crazy. When I left the movie, like when I left the theater, I went to go see with a friend. I actually pre-ordered my tickets the day before going to see them online, and they sold out on the website.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. And it was only a week after, I think.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Could you imagine on like release day?
Yeah, it must have been crazy. But even then, when I left, there were so many older people in the theater.
Yeah,
they were taking their daughters, and even when I left the movie theater. And I was walking outside. I heard that the dads, like the dads and the moms, like actually explaining it to their kids. And
that's beautiful, like, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Bridging the gap between generations.
Yeah, exactly. It's
a beautiful thing, man.
I saw that with the Force Awakens too. Mm-hmm. I saw like a bunch of like dads and moms and stuff like bringing their kids and being like that's who, like that's cool. I like that. I really like that.
Any other movies you saw this year, bro?
Oh shit! I saw.
Did I see it? Did I see another movie? I want to say I did. Did the Captain America movie come out in 2015?
Civil War?
It came out in 2016. Yeah.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did you like that movie?
I didn't see it yet.
Really? It's
Yeah.
on Netflix, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's on my next on my list.
I guess we could talk about it another time, but that for me, that movie was not even it. It was a great movie.
It got mixed reviews.
It was
That's
a great
something that
movie,
I know.
but it was not a Captain America movie.
Okay.
It's not a Captain America.
Yeah.
I know Spider-Man made like a cameo in
It
the
was
movie.
like a
I like
slash
that.
Avengers movie.
It's really like it should have just been an Adventures movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
So yeah, I guess moving on.
Yeah.
We dabbled in it a bit earlier about Nintendo and where they are as far as gaming. So what do you think like the state of the gaming industry is? Like, where do you think we're heading, and what are you afraid of, and what are you excited for? Like, you know what I mean? And then you could I'm gonna answer. You could ask me the same question. You know. Like,
Well, I'm obviously excited for where it's going because we're like advancing like pretty quickly when it comes to like technology and stuff like that, and introducing the technology in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that, but also I'm also afraid of like losing like the roots. Do you know what I mean? Like I was showing Quinn like this like a mock-up of like a fan-made PS5 model, and it was like the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was like a floating ball on like a dock, and it's like, why?
yeah.
And the game controller was like this, and it was like a screen on the controller. Like it's if that's what we're heading towards, like I'm afraid. You know what I mean?
Shots fired at Nintendo because they already did that. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Nintendo, the
Screen
Wii U.
on the controller.
Yeah, the Wii U. I don't know why there's a screen on thing. Like I get it. It's like you could look down, but there's a TV like right, and it's not like as if you can take that and go to another room. You can't even go that far.
Yeah.
Like I tried it. I have a room here, like the living room where the TV and the Wii U is, and I can't go maybe 10 feet across to like the bathroom. I want to like play.
When did the Wii U come out though?
I want to say 2014 maybe. Late 2014, maybe 2015. Might be wrong though.
2012.
God damn!
Okay.
That's weird, eh?
For real, I thought it was earlier than like later than that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I guess
Wow.
fuck, that was a huge fail because
5 years ago.
I really like honestly like when it came out, like there was a bit of hype, but as soon as it dropped, I didn't hear anything about it after that.
Yeah, no.
It
It's
died off like really quickly.
So I because we were saying before, or you were saying before that the console that it was rushed.
yeah,
I don't necessarily think it's rushed because now that I'm looking at this date, I guess there was a little bit of time for them to work.
no, I'm thinking about that too. But
But here's where I agree with you. I feel like the time span.
mhm.
I feel like they took a risk. They brought out the Wii U, and I think what they're doing is they're taking whatever worked for the Wii U is kind of this like whatever like succeeded is kind of the technology from that is being used and utilized in the new Switch,
Right.
and then they're kind of like taking away what was not
Yeah.
working.
Good on the Wii U. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because the
like,
thing is,
from the original Wii to like the two
Yeah.
controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
exactly.
that worked because the
Yeah.
Wii, as much as the Wii struggled a lot, it was still it was fun.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of actually more positives for the Wii than there was negatives.
Yeah.
It was later on during the lifespan of the console that it started to get shitty.
Yeah. Definitely.
When they started introducing new controllers,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
play this game if you don't have X and
Yeah,
so and so.
definitely,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So I think that's the thing. But then the Switch, if they if once it comes out, if they do market it properly and the right games come out at the right times and all that, and nothing is less than like if you're playing it if you're playing Call of Duty on the Switch and you play it on Xbox and PlayStation and this experience is the same, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm all for it, bro. Like for real. Like
I agree with you 100%. But the question is though, do you think that they'll be able to do that? Because I feel like they concentrated way too much on that.
For
damn
real, if you
controller.
want my honest answer, no.
Yeah, I feel the same way. What about you, Manjit?
Sorry.
Do you feel like what Quinn said, like if you play like say Call of Duty on the PlayStation 4, then the Xbox One, and then on the Nintendo Switch, you think it's gonna be the same like style, basically the same thing essentially?
Like, do you think the experience is gonna be the
No,
same?
right?
It's because they're going to adapt it to market it to their audience.
Exactly.
And like those games already have like a huge fan base for
Exactly.
their respective
See,
consoles.
that's what I'm saying, because because I feel like the developers already took a risk for the Wii to make a game stylistically different for their architecture of system.
Yeah.
I feel like the game developers learned their lesson, because money was spent
Definitely.
making those games and they probably didn't succeed.
Yeah.
So I feel like those games, those major games, are probably just going to be the game. Like, if you looked at Skyrim, it didn't look it's the same game.
Yeah, it looked like
It didn't look like it was adapted to the controls.
Yeah.
So if they use that philosophy for all the bigger games, and then they just, whatever Nintendo games come out, and then they sort of make it so that the Switch controller adds a different experience to it, because for sure 100% the Zelda game that's coming out, the controller is going to play a huge part in it.
100%,
right? But I'm talking about those major games that are like third party, that are going to be on other consoles. If they make it so that the experience is the same, then I think they have a really good chance of making make the console succeed.
I feel like they're going to have to depend a lot on third party, because you see the release dates of like their like official like exclusive games.
Yeah.
Like they're so wide apart. Like they don't have to.
Yeah, there's a huge gap. Yeah.
They have to rely on third party.
Exactly.
To keep the console alive.
Exactly, and I think that's what they're. I think it was very bold and very. It's not in Nintendo's nature to announce a game like Skyrim.
Yeah.
At their launch.
Yeah.
Like, they actually said, like, okay, first of all, EA, Bethesda, I don't know, was Capcom there? No. Sega.
Yeah.
Okay, but even then, like, that was crazy. Even when the trailer came out, the fact that Skyrim was being displayed on their console working is a big step for Nintendo, as far as I'm concerned, because you will never have, especially for a product they're releasing, for them to include a game that's not their own.
Yeah, it's ballsy. It is.
Yeah, so if they keep that
mentality,
I think it will succeed.
It's a lesson learned from the Wii U, because they had so many. They relied too much on their exclusives.
Yeah.
They kind of declined their sales.
Because now, if you notice now, a lot of consoles don't really have exclusive game. Like, there's not a lot of an exclusive game doesn't determine your purchase anymore.
Definitely.
Like first
it's
of all,
the overall experience.
Yeah, like let's talk about. I'll go on my end from the Xbox side of things, so just letting you know, guys, I own an Xbox One. Alvyn is a PlayStation 4 gamer.
Yeah.
And Manjit over here is a PC gamer. So we all have our
different
own
platforms.
We're all biased in our own ways, but we obviously take into account each other's opinions.
Definitely.
So from my end, the Xbox was the first major. After my N64 was the first console I purchased that I got. I got it for Christmas. I was super excited. The game, it came with Halo. Halo was literally what levitated and created the first-person shooter, what elevated it to the status it is today.
Yeah.
That's what Halo created with that. Now, there obviously were other, like, you could probably add in, there were a lot of games on PC that had that same mentality, but I'm talking about console gaming. Console-wise, Halo really pushed the envelope and made the shooter genre, like, really big, right?
Yeah.
And it was always developed by Bungie, and when the 360, and then I bought my 360 a little bit later on. The 360, when Halo 3 launched, that was the game that made me want 360 in the first place, because when the 360 came out, Halo 3 wasn't on the console yet. The 360 launched with Gears of War, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls, there were a couple games there. But there were games there that I didn't know about, so I was I knew that the Halo was going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
But I didn't know when.
You're skeptical about the other.
Yeah. So, but I knew it was going to come, and I knew that when it was going to come, it was going to be good.
Yeah.
And when it finally came out, it like really, it was like that game is like one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay.
I played it so competitively. I played it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, but now there's not that like there's not something for a lot of games or a lot of consoles. There's not something you buy a console and you're like, okay, I'm gonna buy this console because I'm looking forward to this game.
Okay.
Because things are so widely available and everything. Like
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
What's a good example? You could play FIFA, NBA.
Well, like we'll go Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I know
Yeah, the major
so
So
many.
we're always gonna throw Call of Duty.
I know so many PC Call of Duty gamers. I know so many Xbox Call of Duty gamers. I know so many PlayStation Call of Duty gamers. It's so like equally like spreaded throughout the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crazy.
Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, the exclusive game doesn't determine your purchase anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I think the only thing that would determine your purchase now is preference.
Yeah.
Why do you like? First of all, why do you like? What is your reason to have a PlayStation over an Xbox?
It's the same thing as you. Like I've been day one. Like I've been playing the PS.
Familiarity.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. Like before the PlayStation 1, I had the NES, and then after that, like I was looking for like I think it's like what you were saying before. Like while you mature, your tendencies tend to mature too. So I was gravitating towards something that seemed more mature to me, which was the PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as soon as I got it, like I loved it. Like Crash Bandicoot, freaking, and like all those games.
I
Like
personally never played those games, but I know
Really?
I know they're like
Classics.
and plus
Yeah, they're classics.
They're remastering Crash Bandicoot like this year. I think it's in the winter of this year for the PS4, and I'm
you're ecstatic.
exactly, and that's something that I love. Like I love when that happens. You know, like when they remaster like classics like that, it just gets like original gamers like so hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and there's not a lot you could screw up with a game like that.
Exactly, you just do what you do.
But there are games that have failed miserably in remastering. Like let's be honest here. What did they just recently? They recently remastered all the Halo games.
Okay.
Okay,
See, I wouldn't know
and
that.
now if
Or the Halo collection.
the Halo collection, the remaster collection, the Master Chief collection. Now, if people didn't know this, after Halo 3, Bungie Studios branched out into their own endeavor with, I don't know, Destiny. Was it Activision they collaborated with?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw that.
So they made Destiny. Now, Bungie is they're the ones that created that experience with Halo.
Yeah.
So they gave the license goes to another gaming company, 343 Industries.
Yeah.
Game is completely different. It's shit.
Jesus.
In my opinion, it's shit. I mean, it's good. I mean, they made a lot of changes to the game that kind of keeps it up with today's like level of shooter, like the fast pace. But I think the thing that made Halo great was the fact that it was simple yet not simple. You know, you couldn't do certain things. Like you couldn't, like for example, in Halo 3, you couldn't sprint.
Okay.
You couldn't run faster.
Okay.
You just had your grenades, your shooting, and your shield. That's it.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing on.
It's
There's
kind of like easy to learn but hard to master again.
exactly, and that's what made
That's
it
a
so.
good point, actually.
That's
That's
what
a
made
really
it so
good point.
skillful. Now, Halo 4 comes out after Halo 3, and the game is so different. You don't know what is going on.
Yeah.
You could aim down. You could sprint. You could jump in the air and fucking slam the ground.
Yeah.
Actually, that was introduced in Halo Reach, which came out after Halo 3, and then Halo 4 came out.
Okay.
But the difference, like the name, it shouldn't even be called like. It's
Shouldn't
familiar.
even be called Halo.
Like it, I think that's a bit far.
Okay.
For me, it's good. I'm going a bit far, like by saying that, but it's really like escaping the point of the like. It's not true to the game.
Okay.
It's not true to the original nature of the game.
Like I get it because I feel this. Maybe not a lot of people would agree with me, but I feel the same way about the direction that Call of Duty is taking.
Oh yeah.
Because before they used to be like, you know, like your standard like war reenactment kind of thing. You know, you're going, you're shooting, you know, that
There's
type of
somewhat
thing.
of a realism to it.
Exactly. Now you're like flying through the sky with like a plasma gun, essentially, and like it's just it's like I said before about like where gaming is going. It's to me that's a bad direction. You know what I mean? Because
I feel
it's
like they're trying too hard to make it different.
Exactly.
And not staying true to what made it successful in the first place.
That's why, honestly, I feel like that's why Battlefield 1 is doing a lot better than Call of Duty.
Yeah. That's the game that gamers wanted.
Exactly.
And you know what? As much as I hate EA, I respect them a lot for doing that. Because I really did not think that EA would do something like that.
Same.
Because they've, I'll be honest, they fucked up a game that I love so much. I talked about this in we did a rough podcast before we recorded this one. I talked about it and I'm talking about it again. They screwed up. Like Star Wars Battlefront was a great game. It was a great game. But
they messed up a little bit.
They messed up.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest here. Like,
I agree with you. Trust me.
Like, I'm not going to speak on it any further. Like, I'm just going to say anyone that's listening to this right now knows, like, what we expected from that game and what we got. And in order to even get close to what we were shown, we need to pay more. So I'm not...
That's the thing. It's you get a game and then it's just... You're being sold DLCs.
Yeah. It's like you're getting an incomplete game and paying for the rest of it.
Exactly. It's all about the money now. It's all about, like, buy this, buy that. But...
Yeah. I think it started happening since games became more mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, beforehand, it was just the core gamers who loved
exactly.
games. And developers were the same gamers who loved those games.
Exactly.
And now it's becoming more of a business.
It's entirely a business now. It's all about making money. It's all about like it's all about DLCs. It's all about like how do you say, like, before you used to be able to get a game and then the DLC would be like optional. If you got the DLC, you're like, oh cool. Then we're going to that friend's place. You know what I mean? Now it's like if you don't have a DLC, like you're not enjoying the game to its fullest. You know what I mean?
And that automatically makes you not want to play it.
Exactly. Which is stupid. It's stupid. That shouldn't be where gaming should be going. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Like, someone like me, like, I'm very passionate about a lot of things. Like, I'm a very passionate guy, so I appreciate when people go the extra mile to make you enjoy something.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And that comes to anything. And, like, there's so many things and so many things that we're interested in that are being affected by the higher ups that take away from what we actually like about this stuff.
Yeah, like I feel like now it's just old men in suits that are directing everything. That are like,
it's like they're looking for the formula that
exactly
appeals to the stereotypical game.
Exactly, and they're failing miserably.
And that's why, again, PC will always succeed in the end. Because everything that PC games do is what we want on consoles. We want that individual
that option.
Yeah.
That you're not restricted based on what they give you.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't know why people don't just go towards PC gaming automatically.
You want to know why? Because in their heads, like, I'm just speaking from my opinion, and because I've been there and I've considered switching to PC.
Okay.
It's just for them. It's just like, well, the thing is, I need to get a PC. I need to build it, which sounds really complicated in itself, but it's not that complicated.
But think about it.
We want everything now, and it has to work now.
That's true.
Prepackaged.
Yeah.
But think how much money we've spent on the consoles that we've bought every time they're updating, and you can get a really good PC with that money. A really good gaming PC.
Oh, yeah. All the money we spent on games.
Exactly. And all you're doing is downloading the games. And honestly, to be 100% honest, you can just pirate the games.
Yeah, but
then you can't play online, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I would say I don't condone pirating, but there's some games that are so terrible they're not even worth your money.
Yeah, exactly. So just pirate that shit.
Fair point.
But if you respect the game, you should.
And like the creator, and definitely. I'm 100% behind that. 100%.
And also, a lot of people say it's too expensive, but like, you're not paying for online. Like, you already have that. You're not paying for that every year.
Like, I applaud PC gamers. They're like what you said. They're where we want to be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that's what at PlayStation and Xbox they're trying to reach that immersiveness. They're trying to get that, like, because the thing is, Sony and Xbox, they don't want to create a new system all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to do that. Like, if they can milk something, and
they'll milk it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I think it all comes down to the architecture of what they're using.
Yeah.
A PC, you spend X amount of money. It might be a lot, but in
But
the
then you're
long
done
run,
after that. Yeah.
you don't. There might be. What are the things you need to upgrade?
Mainly, if you're using it for gaming, like the processor, like if you invest on a decent one to start off with, you just have to invest on a GPU that's like graphics card, maybe every couple of years. But you like, for example,
And how much would that cost around? Like
the latest one, like for example, AMD just released like a graphics card that's, the price range is only 200.
you see?
Like they're trying to make it easier for people to make a switch.
That's great. That's honestly like PC gamers are they're on the right path. Definitely.
And it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
I'm a PC will cost you like it in the long run. It's still way more. It's a better investment.
Yeah.
I mean, how much?
Also,
how much did
people-
you pay for your?
Uh,
Well, okay. Let the people know.
For example-
What do you use? What are you using right now?
What are you using?
for example, I built my PC in 2012,
Okay.
and like at that time, I was focused on building a budget PC
Mm-hmm.
because I just started out, and so like Intel and like people would say like Intel there's no comparison. They make the best processors.
Okay. They're the
So-
standard. They're the.
But if you're going for a budget build,
Mhm.
I went with AMD,
Mhm.
and I think that for like the performance wise for that price range was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for a graphics card, $200 one when I first bought it, but I'm still running the same one, running the latest games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably not maxed out, but it's really playable. And it's an AMD 7870
Mhm.
from Gigabyte. It's a 2 gigabyte video RAM,
Mhm.
and still keeping up with like
It's
the
still
latest
So
it's still
like
relevant.
recent
yeah,
games.
it's still
I think.
relevant. I'll probably update it, but it's because they're about to release a new lineup of video cards.
Okay. Yeah. You're like, yeah. I'm waiting for those to come
Yeah.
in.
So, also like it's still like really like budget friendly. Like when you think about building a PC, you think I should just get like a $400, $300 console, but down the line, like you might have to invest in better hardware, but you just have to invest on single components
Exactly.
instead of building the whole thing all over again.
Exactly.
So it's a lot better.
Yeah.
down the
And
line.
as opposed to buying an entire new console when the next one comes out.
yeah, exactly.
But so your build, if you don't mind, like saying, like how much was your build, like your original
it
build?
was around the time it was 600 to 700.
That's good, actually.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And you bought them obviously in unison, or did you buy them separate? Like, did you buy one,
for
wait a
example,
bit, and then like did you build
I had
it?
the,
at
I
one
had
at
the
a time?
same mindset of when, like I was really ignorant about PCs when I
Okay.
first got it, so I thought it was really complicated. I didn't want to like put it together myself.
Yeah.
So I got it from someone who like built PCs for
Okay.
other people, and it was still like really decently priced.
Yeah. How much did you pay for it?
Like 700.
Okay. That's good because I wanted to like build my own PC, and like I was looking around prices and stuff like that, and it averaged about like maybe like 12 to 1300.
Yeah, but that depends. If
That-
you're going towards the Intel route of processors, there are
See, that's the thing though. A lot of
More
people they
expensive.
won't tell you that.
Yeah.
They won't tell you that you could do this. They're always gonna give you the biggest. You know
Price
what I mean?
point, yeah,
And
definitely.
PC, like I've been playing games for the last 10 years,
Yeah.
and he's been able, if not every game I've ever purchased that I have on Xbox.
Yeah. That's the thing too.
You can play it on
like,
PC.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
backwards compatible.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not limited
The
to-
only thing that PC suffers in is a lot of the games are not they don't use the
Yeah, I would give you that because the thing is, when you're building a console, everyone has the same hardware, so a developer can optimize it.
it's more
perfectly.
universal
It's
because
exact
everyone's
same
using
hardware.
everyone's using the
So
same
the
shit.
developer
Exactly.
can optimize it perfectly. So on the PC, there's a lot of consistency game by game. Some computers will run it perfectly.
Yeah.
Others might have a little trouble, but that's like also like some games are like poorly optimized, and then you'll see on the console and it runs it like perfectly fine.
Mhm.
So it's not exactly the hardware that's not capable of running, but it wasn't properly optimized in the first place.
Because a lot of these games, they like, for example,
Arkham Knight.
That's a great. Obviously, this is gonna come up, but Arkham Knight was great on console. Apparently, I never played it. Not interested to play it.
Yeah.
They give it to another company, right?
Yeah, they like outsource it because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But they get like a poorly executed port.
Yeah. So, PC always kind of gets the what's the good
Short end.
the short
The
end
short
of
end
the
of the
stick
stick. Yeah.
when it comes to a lot of things. But then it's also the other way for things that are only on PC and then come to Xbox
Definitely.
or PlayStation.
Definitely.
Like Rocket League on PC is a whole different story
Yeah.
than it is on.
What about No Man's Sky? Do you have No Man's Sky on PC?
It's shit.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's really overhyped. And
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of what they advertise, or I guess they showed that would be on the game was never in the game. In the first
Okay,
place.
yeah. I think
For real, I thought that game was gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think the main selling point was like the humongous open world, right?
Yeah.
I think that was like the only thing
Well,
that.
the thing is, it is open world, but it's so repetitive that it just takes away.
Yeah,
from
it just seems like yeah. Okay.
Like, it's good for a couple of hours, but after
I
that,
never played it.
That's like Assassin's Creed for me. I can't play Assassin's
like a
Creed.
washed up.
I played at Brotherhood.
Okay.
I never touched that game. I never touched an Assassin's Creed game after
You think
that.
about watching the movie though?
Maybe. I watched the Prince of Persia movie. That was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Hopefully it's like another. Well, that's another topic for another time. But
Yeah.
yeah. That's definitely something to. I'm excited for that movie.
Yeah. I mean, see, and that this goes back to what Alvin was saying about we think that the higher ups are just people like old guys with suits and ties. Is that the movie industry is so desperate for ideas because they're running out of shit to remake and to do.
Yeah.
They're turning to the gaming industry. They they see potential there.
That's a very, very good point.
Right?
A very good point.
They're taking ideas and putting
It's
them
so
onto the
much
big
easier
screen.
to see something that already worked and just
Exactly.
translating that
Yeah,
into
and
It's a very good point.
I think this is the greatest time to do an Assassin's Creed movie because I hope they're done making those games.
I think they are. Unless
Because
they
really milked that shit.
They did.
Like for real.
They really did.
Like a cow that's like on its last limbs, you know, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
like give it up. And Ubisoft, you guys got to step up your game.
Yeah,
for real. Ubisoft, The Division, shit.
The Division, man. I didn't like that game.
For real, I was so hyped up. I really
You were?
thought,
a lot of games that you see at E3, you get hyped up.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's
you play with your friends.
Yeah.
Third
And
person,
open
open
world.
world shooter.
so
Did you
many
guys see,
cities, and then you go and it's just one city.
Yeah.
Did you guys see was it E3? I'm like muddled up right now. Like the E3 where they had like all the PS4 release games that are coming out.
PS conference.
Yeah, exactly. There was one game.
PlayStation Experience, I think.
There's one game that I'm like so hyped. It's a zombie game. It's
It's not an exclusive, is it?
I don't think it's an exclusive.
Oh, I
but-
know which game. I think I know.
Is
which
it
game.
Days Gone? Is it? Type in Days Gone. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but
Oh yeah, is it? Yeah, it's this one.
it is, eh? I'm freaking excited for that game. Did you guys see the trailer for that game?
Let's watch
Like
it. guys.
hordes of zombies.
It's incredible. Like and this is the demo, so they give you like a nice snippet of the game. Like skip to the part where like where they come at him. Like the build up is incredible. Like this is a bit further. Like
Who's the developer?
fuck, I don't know. Like
It should say here.
SIE
Ben
Ben Studio.
Yeah,
The fuck is that?
Well,
to see what.
I'm expecting good things just because I don't know it. So
Yeah, exactly.
just the fact that it's a little bit foreign to me. Like,
Yeah.
Oh well.
They announced Battlefront 2 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Wait, did it just say that they made Uncharted?
Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Oh.
What the hell?
It's for a PS Vita.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, one game that I'm freaking excited for as well, even more than this, is the new God of War game.
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
See, I have no, like, not... I don't want to say...
Back to what you said, you said, like, right now, no exclusive games matter.
Yeah.
But as a PC gamer, I'm looking at PlayStation really appealed to me, like Bloodborne, for example, Uncharted, and Last of Us.
Last of Us was good, and they just remastered that.
But see, that's the thing.
I can't wait for that.
See, that's the thing. I'm talking from my point of view
as a Microsoft, Xbox user.
Yeah. So, but I'm still a gamer, so I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely feel like PlayStation has always had that advantage. Like, and we could go back from time.
Yeah. From
a long time ago, like Final Fantasy, all these exclusives. These are things that made you want to buy the console. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I can believe I forgot about that. But what I meant is like, yes, you're gonna buy Uncharted, but it's not a game that is it doesn't yes, it defines the console, but to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because there is a multiplayer, but it's not a game made for multiplayer. It's that story, and then from there is what's gonna determine your experience after that.
Yeah.
But from a neutral opinion, I definitely think that PlayStation has that over Xbox, like for sure. Like The Last of Us. First of all, I have no idea why fucking Xbox never. I don't know. Apparently, the game was supposed to be on Xbox. And then Xbox turned it down. You guys are fucking stupid for doing that.
That's ridiculous.
Scalebound, like
no,
they canceled.
What's that?
It's like a RPG.
What was it?
Like dragons and stuff.
Skybound?
Oh, with the mechanical dragons. With the
Yeah, Scalebound. I saw a trailer for that too. Did you see that?
With the mechanical, like the
like think of like. Yeah, think of like
It's made by a Japanese studio.
The game looks amazing too. Like you have your little like pet dragon next to you. It looks amazing. And he has like Beats by Dre on his.
Does he really?
They just showed Dre. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh, it's just they're making fun of it.
Yeah, I'm like, look, you see Beats by Dre, and then you see fucking Dr. Dre. Look, Beats by Dre. Bang. On the Simon Dr.
That's not great. That's the owner of the studio.
Okay, I thought they showed Dre.
That developed the game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of let down that they canceled it when it looks like it's almost a finished game. No?
Right? I did not know that they canceled it though.
It's for sure gonna be on PlayStation.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because they have the contract that they can't.
Yeah, they'll find a way.
It was at the PlayStation convention, no?
I
think that's where I saw it.
From what I remember, this game. I feel like this was an.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
But that's the thing, though. That's why I thought like Microsoft was going in the right direction, because it's the first time that they've had an exclusive this style of game.
Yeah.
On Xbox. It's always been PlayStation. This
style of game would appeal to a PlayStation.
Yeah, it's more PlayStation for sure.
It shows like they're going out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Unfortunately,
it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But a lot of things tend not to work out for Xbox too. So. Yeah, is there? I don't know.
What about?
So I guess.
Any PC games that. The new season of League just started, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, are you high ranked or?
Not really.
No. Okay. Because I know, like in the beginning, like they bumped down like those higher ranks.
Oh yeah, they always do that. At the beginning of the season.
Because I know like a lot of like middle ranked people, like they stay off like the competitive areas because the high ranks are down there, so they don't want to like lose their ranking. Yeah. So like do you play like exclusively like was it online or what's it called, like ranked, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah, ranked is like the
competitive side of it, right?
To move up the ladder. Yeah.
Like do you play exclusively ranked or?
Sometimes I just like to play around.
Yeah.
Socially.
Like with your friends and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like when something gets too competitive, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Like
Competitive to a certain point. Certain, like, I'm very competitive.
Like, if it gets out of hand.
If it gets out of hand to the point you're getting, like, fucking ripped because you're not good at... You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, that I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, when I first played, like, the Ninja Storm series from Naruto, I was getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, wrecked. And the only thing...
Yeah, that's good in games because it shows you that you have to work even
Exactly.
much harder.
That's what pushed me to, like, learn,
No,
like...
I agree. I definitely agree with that, but I'm saying is, like, when the competitive... it becomes so competitive to the point it's not even fun anymore.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's why I feel like I like competitive games, but I like to fall back on story-driven games.
Yeah, I love
brings
that.
me
That's
back
what I mean.
into-
That's
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
relaxing to me.
No, I get that. I get that.
Like, for example, I play NBA 2K. Like, it's a very
Okay.
competitive sports game.
Yeah.
Basketball, obviously.
I heard the story mode for the new one is dope.
It's crazy. It's very competitive online, but there are times when
You just want to fall back. to
yeah,
something,
because
you
like
said.
sometimes I have a bad game or whatever, and like you play with people and they say, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's times where you're amazing, there's times you're not. So that's when I fall back and play something else.
Yeah.
But what I meant to say is like there's competitive stuff, but for me I need a bit of both. I can't strictly. There's people that strictly play only one type of game and that's
Some
it.
people are just strictly competitive, and that's only games they play. Other people,
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
Like, you know what I mean? I could never play Mortal Kombat like all the time.
Yeah,
competitive. No,
like I love
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But there's people I know
that strictly play like
they're so good to the point where I'm not even having fun. Like, I'm just like, okay, like I just be like, okay, kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like I love a good story for a game. That's why Last of Us was like a really good game.
You want a good story game, bro? I don't know if you've ever played it. You should play Mass Effect.
I never actually played Mass Effect.
They're on PlayStation.
And I heard they're coming out with a new one. I keep hearing this shit.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation 4 as well.
Because Mass Effect used to be an Xbox exclusive.
And then it moved to an all
Later on,
platform.
they'll expand. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, the fanboy in me was like,
What do you think of Mass Effect? Like Mass Effect 4 of what you've seen so far?
Mass Effect. I saw a couple gameplay demonstrations. To be honest, I'm a bit skeptical. I won't lie. Like, I'm a bit scared. Because I really do like those are stories that are like Alvin, I was going to say, like, if there's Star Wars games, any Star Wars game, like, I am the, like, Star Wars, like, nerd, like, fanboy, like, whatever you want to title it. I'm just in love with that franchise.
Yeah.
Like,
Fanatic.
100%. Yeah.
If there's something that I could compare that's, like, close to the same, it would have to be Mass Effect. Like, that's the second thing.
Are you serious?
Right below that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That and Star Trek, but Star Trek is not even, like...
I fucking hate Star Trek.
Like, Star Trek is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But, like, it appeals to a certain type of person, I guess.
Definitely.
But Mass Effect is definitely, like, number 2.
Wow.
It's very inspired. Like, Star Wars inspired inspiration. Yeah.
Well, I never touched it, so I wouldn't know, but
yeah,
that's definitely interesting.
It's kind of like, it bridges the gap, but it's like kind of like the middle ground of, like, Star Wars, like the reality aspect.
Yeah.
And the like
fantasy
the fantasy. It's like the middle.
It's because the original Star KOTOR and the original Mass Effect were made by the same developer.
Yeah, like,
really?
Like, there's a game, for a Star Wars game that you, like, definitely need to play if you ever have the chance. It's called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
And it takes place, you should Google that. But it takes place, I think, a couple, maybe 10,000 years or 1,000 years before the original, like, before the movies that we know.
Wow.
So you see literally the foundation of 3,000. See, that's crazy.
3,000, almost 4,000 years before A New Hope. God damn.
This game, like, I think Star Wars, it told a story that we never heard before in such a cool way.
Okay.
It had, like, it was an RPG, turn-based. The storytelling, the voice acting was all on point. It's made by BioWare. And then after this project, they never continued it. They've been talking about making a third game for, like, the longest time. But
by the same company, or?
Yeah. But you definitely need to play these games if you like Star Wars, and like if you have any suggestions for me, bro, like I'm more than willing to try them out. Because I'm a little bit I don't know. I'm just playing like the same shit all the time right now.
Yeah, like as in like a Xbox guy. I don't know, man. Cause like it's not like as if I've never touched an Xbox. You know what I mean? Like I have when I go to my friend's place.
Just touched my controller before.
Oh shit! when I go to like a friend's place, they have Xboxes and stuff, and like when I play it, I just don't get the same feeling I do when I play like a PlayStation console. You know what I mean? Like, and I played the exact same game. I played like the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. I played it like at my house, whatever. Then I went to my friend's house and I played it on the Xbox One. Or was it Xbox 360? I think it was Xbox 360. It was a complete different feel. Like I just didn't feel like the same way. I don't know if
it's psyche, bro. It's like
I think it's a bias,
It's not bias. I think it's just you're so familiar.
Yeah. It's
You're
like
so
the
familiar.
controller and like the way.
Even the gameplay, like I felt the gameplay the way it was for some reason. Even if it was identical, for some reason it just felt different.
It could be, bro. It could be. It could not be, because everything like, it's all perspective. It's all like there's so many factors. Like there are games that are literally identical in graphics, and people say, "Oh my god, the graphics are like
so much better." Yeah.
Like,
I know what you
come on,
mean.
man.
I know what you
They're
mean.
just fanboy based on.
Yeah.
Console.
Like they're not giving the realistic opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. My name is Quinn,
And my name's Alvin.
and we're very grateful, and we thank everybody for listening. We look forward to the next episode. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, and definitely don't feel shy about giving your opinion. If you disagree with everything we've said, say it.
Yeah.
Say something to our fucking face. No,
Say it to our fucking face. Slide in our DMs.
We welcome all constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even if it's not constructive.
And let's not forget the biggest, like the soul of the that keeps
the
us
heart
together,
and soul.
Manjit.
Yeah.
Well, you have anything to say to the people, or?
Thank you for making it this far to the podcast.
Yeah.
If you stayed this far, congratulations. We have nothing to offer you.
I mean, this is an endeavor for both of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
For Manjit as well. I mean, we're all like doing.
We're all
something
learning. It's a
different.
learning process for all of
Yeah.
us.
I come from a background of music and producing. I've been a YouTuber and I've kind of dabbled in other things before, but I've never really stuck and like pursued it long term. I've never really actually committed to something long term. I have a problem with commitment, I guess.
Okay.
Shout out to all my exes.
Jeez.
Sorry. But I think I'm gonna try to commit myself to this because I'm really passionate about this. I'm really happy that I have you here, bro.
Yeah. Same here, man.
And like I'm really happy
Manjit
that-
too.
Yeah.
Very excited
for
about this.
Like I said before, I'm actually really grateful to Manjit because he really kind of like made things a little
Possible.
bit made it possible, and like also kind of put me in the right direction, because a lot of times I babble on about things and I don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And like
he's very knowledgeable.
he's more I want to say neutral. Like you have a very neutral opinion about things. Like you're not necessarily you don't favorite like one side of the conversation.
Yeah. Certain opinions.
What's the word? You're not biased.
Yeah.
I think that's
everyone's biased to a certain extent.
to a certain degree.
But I don't think you're biased about anything that we have to say. You know what I mean? Like you're biased maybe in your own like I guess certain things, but what we say, you always have like that neutral opinion, which is good to have. Very good, just to cool it down a little bit.
Yeah, and so I come from a background of music and stuff, so I'm really like I'm looking forward to trying to like for our intro music, it's probably gonna be something I create, I cook up or something. So you guys obviously let me know what you guys think about that.
Yeah. And if ever like we end up like making like a YouTube channel out of this, like I can definitely like manage that 100%. Like
and let's tell the people like what you do, because I know you have a history from what I know you've been around YouTube for a while. I dabbled in YouTube a bit. I did videos. I had a comedy channel for a while that didn't really work out, but my music is on YouTube, but my face was never shown. So tell the people like.
Well, I've been on YouTube for a long time, like on different channels, but like generally I've been on YouTube for around maybe 6-7 years.
Okay.
Started off as like a comedy channel with like my friends. Stopped that for now. And now, like, I have, like, a gaming channel called Avenge Uchiha. You can tell that I love Naruto.
Subscribe now, guys.
Yeah, or later.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. No, but it definitely, like video editing and all stuff is definitely, like, something that I'm extremely interested in. So if ever we end up on YouTube, I can definitely, like, help with that.
And yeah, guys, feel free to check out his channel if you guys like gaming, like reviews and kind of walkthroughs of stuff with a little bit of a comedy twist, and
Yeah,
it's like
thanks,
a little
man.
bit, it's lighthearted and it's not, you know what I mean. You don't feel like it's a chore to watch the video. Then like definitely check it out.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man. Manjit, anything you want to add in?
Any plugs?
Any plugs?
No plugs. I'm just a gamer who.
Do you
Wants to shape-
stream on Twitch?
No.
No.
I watch a lot of streams.
Manjit,
you should stream
Manjit, you're. I think you're forgetting something. You have to tell the people about what, like, the amount of videos you've posted on YouTube with your gaming, like of recording your games and
No.
getting taken down. And
Plug yourself, man.
come on, man,
Your
you
games
gotta-
got taken
gotta talk
down
about-
for copyright?
Not taken down, but
Like, just, like, unmonetized, basically?
yeah, I guess copyright.
Plug yourself, man. Give him some. Want to give him, like, a mic or something?
Yeah, bro, go ahead, man.
Like I just post stuff that I would think that people would want to see. I guess.
What's your channel called?
Well, it's not active anymore. But at the time, I was really passionate about like showing League gameplays. I
Okay.
would like watch streams, and if I would see something interesting that probably would have got missed if someone wasn't watching the stream,
Okay, that's sick.
I would like share highlights
That's sick.
to like the community.
So you don't post there anymore?
No,
Is there a reason why, or?
I don't know. I just felt like my head was like I didn't feel
Okay,
as
putting your
passionate
time,
about
yeah,
it
like your efforts
as
elsewhere?
I was when I first started off.
I think he goes more with the feel. Like, I think if he's feeling it, he's gonna do it. He's not gonna force content.
I
out.
get that,
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I think you're the same way. Dude.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think that's the advantage of us being kind of small time.
Yeah.
That we don't really need to fucking shit out content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And that's why I
definitely.
feel for people like all these YouTubers that
That have that is like their job, basically.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane. Because sometimes you just don't feel it. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you can definitely, like, I was going to say kill yourself. I don't mean kill yourself. Kill, like, your channel, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I saw this guy, like, he didn't post for, like, 2 months. The thing is, he didn't let anyone know. People thought he just stopped doing what he does, and no one watched again. He had, like, maybe, like, 100,000 subscribers, and he gets maybe, like, 2,000 views on his videos. Because everyone left. Because he didn't post for, like, 2 months only.
Yeah.
You know, so it could definitely hurt you if you stay, like, inactive.
So that's, I think that's a good way to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have Manjit talk a bit more.
100%.
100%. We're gonna
Maybe
have to
get, like, another mic for him,
Yeah,
maybe.
we're definitely gonna get another mic because I think you being here is like a huge part of the podcast.
Definitely.
And this is gonna enable all of us to kind of be more integrated and to get to know each other. on a better
100%.
level.
100%.
We're all looking forward to the experience.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're very excited. Yeah, and we're gonna try to shit out content. Yeah,
Definitely try to shit it
it's
out.
Shit.
It won't be shit, though.
It won't be shit.
We'll
but
shit it out, but
out.
we'll shit gold.
Yeah, exactly. And so anything gaming related, anything that we see is being talked about, we're definitely going to talk about.
Yeah, and for anyone like, sorry for like,
No, go ahead.
but for anyone watching this, like, if you have any suggestions for next future podcasts, definitely like let us know.
Yeah, I was just going to correct him. I'm not trying to be an ass, but he said watchings, and like I'm just going to take that word out and say listening.
Oh
because-
shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just an
It's
asshole.
gonna be an audio only podcast.
Yeah, that's
Audio
true, yeah.
only podcast.
I'm not used to the audio only thing.
Yeah,
That's why.
Like I totally agree with that. I mean, so for now it's audio, but I
Yeah.
think once we get to that level, we are gonna push our stuff and put it out.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
everyone can see our faces and get to know us a bit better.
Definitely.
But for now, we're gonna keep it like this.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be gaming. We are gonna have times that we do dabble into other things. It could be sports. It could be news. It could
Yeah.
be things that are people are talking about. It could be anything, and I
Yeah.
think that's what our mindset is. We're gonna try to develop a schedule as far as like what we're gonna talk about on certain days. We did have ideas we're throwing around,
Yeah.
but I think the biggest reason. Like that we wanted to get this started was so that we kind of have a foundation,
Exactly. Some like a starting point, basically.
a starting point, and we could just build off this. So I thank you guys for listening. This is the Q&A podcast.
Yeah.